WEBCON presents a challenge between composite applications and integrated solutions. But let's start off by explaining what's the difference between the two. Well, a composite application is assembled out of separate assets you created using completely different software. So the data could come from one place, the form from another, the rules from another, the workflow from another. You could have the workflow calling out to web services your corporation built or third-party offerings. And you probably needed to grab still more data from other places too. The point is that you built a lot of different things in a lot of different ways and then connected them all up together to create something new. Now, by comparison, an integrated solution is one complete asset. The workflow, the forms, the data, everything has been built together. The reports, the rules, the connections, everything. All those functions are in a single application. It was developed as a set. You manage it as a set. You secure it as a set. This has big implications when you start talking about deployment. When you deploy an integrated solution, it remains intact as it moves from development to test and ultimately to production. It can be used the moment it's deployed without any modifications or adjustments. By contrast, when you're deploying a composite application, you usually have to break its ties to existing data. After it's deployed, you can't use it right away. You've got to find the new data that it has to connect to and fix all the connections to it. And yes, that's kind of fragile. And it's not just about the initial deployment. Think about changes to applications. In an integrated solution, when one thing changes, everything changes together because it is one interconnected thing. But in a composite application, it's a little bit different. When you change one thing, you need to hunt for the dependencies that might be affected by it. And if you're plugged in or you keep good records, well, great, but more often than not, it's really easy to miss something and forget to fix it to match. And on top of all of that, sometimes the effect of a change in one place might not be very obvious. It might not show up for quite a while and in a very unexpected place. Another reason we think of composite applications as, well, fragile. And there's also the issue of what we call clarity. Because when you look at a lot of composite applications, they kind of feel like this, a lot of interconnected, seemingly random steps that when strung together do seem to work as long as all the conditions are just right and as long as you don't need to explain it to someone else. It's the kind of thing we call clever but fragile. It should come to no surprise that WEBCON BPS is all about integrated solutions. Let's take a look at our designer studio. We are editing the workflow at the moment, but the form is in here too, and so is the data schema, and so are any business rules that govern how the application behaves, and so are any extra data sources that need to be worked with, and all of the dashboards and reports. Everything is in one place. We build it in one location. We deploy it from one location. We secure it. We can explain it. We evolve it from one place. And that's the strategic way, the WEBCON way. Thank you very, very much for watching this. If you'd like to know more about WEBCON, if you'd like to peruse our knowledge base, or if you'd like to ask someone for a demo, please take a look at our website at www.webcon.com.